Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your friendly neighborhood guitarist, Ernesto Fuentes here, back with another episode of Meet My Gear. And I do apologize for not making a ton of these, mostly because of this lovely pandemic going on, and it's been really tough, especially being able to do a lot of these things and really showing off my gear and getting more gear to show you guys. But I managed, and I'm doing all right. Everything's good. I hope everything's going all right with you guys. Yeah, hope everything's all right with you guys, and stay safe out there, guys. Yeah, so also be sure to check out my other episodes if you haven't seen them before. I had a lot of fun reviewing a lot of my personal gear and showing you guys my personal gear out there on the internet. And yeah, so let's get started on this beauty right here. This is an Eastwood Mach 2, I believe. Yeah, so a little bit about Eastwood. It's a guitar company, mostly a boutique guitar company founded in Canada in 2001. And again, the reason, they are well known for making boutique guitars and very, sort of vintagey sounding guitars. Like if you look at their catalog, you notice that a lot of their guitars look very, very old school. We're talking like 1960s, 70s-ish style guitars. And a lot of them are just ludicrous looking. Like I've seen stuff with like over 20 switches, and I don't even know what any of them do. And you get your very vintagey sort of airline guitars, which are well known, especially considering Jack White, as in Jack White from the White Stripes, the Dead Weather, and the Raconteurs uses. He's known for using those. I think there's like a bunch of other guys who are known for using them. Like a lot of guys use them just because of their sound. But this one right here in particular is one I personally enjoy using at times. And you may have seen it in a previous video when I covered the song Warrior by Scarlet Riot. Shout out to those guys. They're a great band. I do recommend checking them out if you're into, a lot of female-fronted hard rock, heavy metal type stuff. Definitely be sure to check out Scarlet Riot. But yeah, this is a pretty fun guitar, and I bought this thing a while back at a pawn shop. I can't remember how much I put down on this guitar. But yeah, the funny thing about this guitar is if you look at the catalog, if you look at this guitar on the website, it has a single coil in the bridge position. Now, apparently the original owner of this guitar wanted to do so much more with it. So he put in a humbucker. I don't know exactly which pickup this is. He put in a humbucker and replaced the single coil, swapped out the single coil for this humbucker, and added, check this out, if you can see it, this little switch right here. He added this little switch right here. Now, the funny thing about this switch is that it acts as sort of a kill switch, yet sort of a coil tap, if you will, because and I'm going to give you guys a little demo in a little bit. on this guitar. If you put it in the middle position, it just kills off the pickup, meaning it has no sound on it whatsoever. But if you were to put it in the down position, in the bridge position, I should say, you got the full sound of the humbucker. But if you switch it up, all the way up, you get a single coil sound, which is actually pretty interesting. And this is actually technically the first guitar that I bought that has that function. And let me tell you, in retrospect, I kind of regret not using it very often. I mean, mostly because as a much younger musician, being into the whole metal sound, I always preferred that full-on assault with a humbucker. But nowadays, after growing up, getting older, I've grown to appreciate a lot of the older sort of vintagey sounds. And it has a mini humbucker on the neck position, which I haven't really used a lot, but I think it's just time I start using it for a lot of different things. Now, about this guitar, this is an alder body, which is, typically the type of wood you'd find on a Fender Stratocaster. It's got a stop toe. It's got like a sort of Gibson style bridge, which I always found pretty interesting, considering Fenders are known for having like a mini vibrato or like a hardtail, but not like this. Of course, volume, tone. Honestly, that's all I really need. 3-way toggle. Maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard. I believe this is 22 frets. I believe it's 22 frets. And the neck is actually one of the more comforting things. I mean, sure, it has a glossy finish, but it still feels great. It's not too thin, not too thick, but just right for my personal playing. And it does resemble, if you really look at it closely, it really kind of does resemble the old Maserati Ventures 2 guitar, which was made famous not only by, I believe, surf rock band The Ventures, hence the name of the guitar, but it was also made famous by another certain punk rock band from New York City. Of course, that band is the Ramones, considering Johnny Ramone himself actually played a Maserati Ventures 2. Now I named this guitar Ramona after not only as my nod to the Ramones, but also after the one of the protagonists from the comic book series Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Of course, she may seem like a damsel in distress, but I think in the later comics she just becomes an ultimate badass. So, I always name my guitars after, after the famous women in all sorts of media. So, all right. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys a little demonstration on this guitar. Now, I'm also going to be, utilizing the kill switch. So here's the guitar on a clean tone with, on the bridge position. Bridge position, humbucker, clean. Let's get started. All right. Alright, now, obviously, as you can see, no sound, considering it is in the middle position. So it really just kills off the sound. So here it is on the single coil position. check out the middle position, which is really just, well, it's really just, I think it's just the top coil and the mini humbucker. Let's check it out. Alright, now let's try the mini humbucker on the neck position. Alright, let's add a little distortion. So mild distortion, bridge pickup, humbucker position. Now, single coil position. Let's go. Now, middle position. Mini humbucker, neck position. Let's go. Let's add even more distortion. Same deal. Alright. Alright. Single coil style. All right. Middle position. All right. Neck position. All right, so that's been my newest edition of Meet My Gear, featuring Ramona, my Eastwood Mach 2. Now, definitely give these. Now, if you're into the very vintagey sort of guitars and you got the money to spend, definitely check out Eastwood. They make really, really good instruments, very high quality. I mean, some of them are made, I believe, in Korea and other parts, but you still get a really, really nice instrument out of them. So again, I mean, if you guys really like the sounds of the 60s and like the 50s, 60s ish classic surf rock, definitely check these guys out. Or if you want something that is great for the very like indie rock style, again, this company is also great. So definitely check these guys out. Eastwood Guitars. This has been your friendly neighborhood guitarist, Ernesto Fuentes, and I'll see you guys again. All right, Ramona, let's take it away. Stay awesome, stay safe, be sure to hit like and share and subscribe, share my stuff, share my videos around with friends, family, and definitely check out my covers as well as my original content. Until then, until next time, stay awesome, stay metal.